A truth that's told with bad intent beats all the lies you can invent. William Blake. Well, how's our Buns day doing? I took a nap because spent all day with my son because he had some sickness. I couldn't go to daycare, but he's good now. And then I was gonna be like, well, I'll look at the exegesis stuff because I haven't done that, and then I'll work on some flat Earth coding. And then let's see, Max Igan uploaded a video, and let's go straight to it. Let me do my little intro spiel. All right, so I work with full disclosure and transparency, which is why I've wanted donations via cryptocurrency. I've had $0 of cryptocurrency donations, and I've had them over 19 months. You can always check them using the blockchain explorer, and the money that Bitcoin I received here, I took out of my Patreon and gave to Susie Dawson. There's a video of me doing that, and that's Susie Dawson's cryptocurrency. And this is my Vertcoin donations with $0. I have had donations via Google Super Chat and PayPal.me, which I set up September 22nd, 2019. And the first video of the month, I do my thank yous and I disclose all the donations I received the previous month and of all months total. If you don't have any money to donate, you can easily prove Globe Earth and get $15,000 from Zen Garcia. Then donate to me a 10% finder's fee. Someone's tried it and failed, but maybe you can present your evidence better. Even though there's, I guess, so much proof out there that it's people shouldn't even question it. Join the Flat Earth People. Find out at zoomtruth.com. Get involved. All my content is always free all the time. Sometimes I may not be able to upload in its entirety. That's just because some platforms don't allow it. YouTube. Join Zoom meeting. That means if you click on this link, you can join and talk to me on my live streams and talk about the subject at hand. You might be able to segue. You can, if you want, if I allow it, I guess, because sometimes I just really want to get the information out. Now, you could always join in on phone and it's toll free. So if you don't want to show your face, tell your name, like Max Igan, you can go ahead and do it that way. I should probably fix that. Let me get that a little bit fixed. All right, so that's the intro for spiel for that, because I don't really get a lot, folks. Okay, now I did a video that I live streamed on January 15th of this year, and going over Max Igan. Like you see, he has the Earth is flat, and then the truth whether you like it or not 2 hours after that. That is no longer available. He took it down. The addresses are in the description box. This one is the Earth is flat. It's removed by the user, and this one is the truth whether you like it or not video available, probably removed as well. And see, that's why I like doing things live and actually showing people the screen at the time that I'm presenting the information, because in this digital age, anyone could take down videos. And so most of the time, people just replay the videos and that's it. But you don't get a good timestamp. At least with this, you can see that there has been timestamps. You can actually even look within, let's see, am I showing the main monitor? Yes, I am. You can see the email that I get from YouTube subscription thingy. So the Earth is flat. I was on Wednesday, January 15th, 6:14 a.m., which is close to 5 days ago. And then you've got the video that he uploaded. Truth, whether you like it or not, that was January 15, 2020 at 7:38 a.m. So yeah, these things, digital cataloging, I guess. It's best to do live stream, and then I have so many different platforms that if people want to, if YouTube takes it down, it's still on LBRY, it's still on Twitch, it's I still have local copies of it, etc. So it's always around. I also have yeah, that's pretty much it. It's on DLive for a couple of days, but you know, not enough people follow me on DLive, so they take all my videos down after 3 days. So if you do watch my stuff and you're subscribed on YouTube, please just follow me on DLive, and my videos won't get taken down because nobody's watching. Okay, so I'm gonna play you today's video and go over some of the comments, and let's have a talk about it. All right, so without further ado, I'm gonna play it back and I'll be quiet.
Hi folks, this is just a quick video to let you know that I'm okay, just to let everybody know that I'm all okay. Obviously I had some weird stuff happen in the last couple of weeks. I got targeted, folks. I had some sort of a weird thing happen and I got targeted. I guess I was making too much of a difference with my fire videos, and so they hit me with something. I was lying in bed and they hit me with something and they filled my head full of all this rubbish, and I haven't really known what's been going on for the last couple of weeks. It's been crazy. It's been really crazy, and I have no reference point with how to deal with this. You know, I tried to post some stuff online to show you what was happening to me and what I was going through. I thought it was important for people to see it. I've actually received a lot of messages from people who've gone through similar things as well. A lot of people who know I'm not crazy. But the point being, folks, they hit me with something. I just underwent a coordinated attack. They hit me with some sort of a light. Had I been asleep when that hit me, I would have literally woke up in the morning thinking I'd had an epiphany that I was the second coming and the earth was flat. And that's kind of what I was feeling anyway. And I had this overwhelming impulse that I had to post this online. It was crazy. But all the way through it, I'm thinking, but this is technology. This was technology, you know. My fortunate part about it, that I can, you know, what I find to be fortunate, is I was awake when I saw this come in and hit me. But you know, we hear about these things. We hear about these directed beams, and we hear about mind control and all sorts of stuff, but we never really think it's going to happen to us. Well, it's just what happened to me, folks. And it's literally taken me 2 weeks to work through this. But I'm fine. I'm going to be back. I'm going to be doing more fire videos. I don't think the earth is flat. It's crazy how they do it, folks. But honestly, if that had hit me when I was asleep, I would have woken up thinking that I'd had this huge epiphany. And it's kind of freaky to think how they can do this. And this has been a coordinated attack that's been launched against me, folks, because we had that build-up, and I had this incredible adrenaline that night before this happened as well. Like, my whole body was full of adrenaline. Then I had this flash, and suddenly I'm talking gibberish for a week. Apparently that day there was an article in the newspaper or on online news claiming that mad conspiracy theorist Max Igan is claiming they're starting the fires in Australia with laser weapons, which is exactly the opposite of what I said on my show. And then there was the troll farms came out in full force and started trolling my channel straight away. And then there's also been, in a new wave of attack, there's been people that have been releasing a video saying that I've plagiarized someone who's actually plagiarized me, if you check the upload dates. So, interesting, folks. It's been at least a four-pronged coordinated attack launched against me. I guess I was making too much of a difference with the fire videos that I was putting out. The last video that I put up there, the truth trap, I was trying to explain to you what I was experiencing, how I was feeling this interface between this world and AI is actually working, and what these computer screens are actually doing, and what Wi-Fi is really doing. I'm still trying to put a lot of it together in my mind. It really has been a crazy couple of weeks, folks. You know, I don't even know how to explain it. I just have no reference point for anything like this ever happening in my life. You know, I have no reference point of how to explain it. I've got nowhere I can go and read about it. A few people have contacted me and said actually exactly the same thing has happened to me. So a lot of people know I'm not crazy. But I'm going to be back. I'm going to be doing more fire videos. Thank you to the incredible amount of kind emails that I've had from people. All the trolls out there who've been attacking me, well, I don't know, get over yourself. I'd like to put a personal message out to someone called Sam as well, who I've actually met. Sam came to my house and I was very friendly to the man. He's been attacking me vehemently online, claiming that I dropped the ball and spat in the face of the fire victims. Well, no, I didn't, Sam. You did, because I gave you all the information you needed to go and act on this. I mean, all the people out there in Australia who are accusing me of dropping the ball and spitting in the face of the fire victims for not continuing to bring you fire reports, I'd like to ask you what you've done with the information that I've given you. What did you expect me to do? Did you expect me to march to Canberra by myself and take on the Parliament? And what, you're going to cheer me on and hold my coat and cheer me on from the sidelines? Is that what it's all about? You know, I've given the Australian people everything they need to deal with this situation and to make noise and to point out to people that the government is clearly responsible for these fires and the weather is being manipulated. You know, if people aren't going to act on that, well, you can't expect me to do any more. So for those people attacking me and saying that I'm disrespecting the victims of the fires, I'm not. You know, you are by not acting on the information that I've given you, and that's just the sad truth. You know, I suffered an attack, ladies and gentlemen. I was fully put under an electromagnetic attack, and knowing they could do that to me and shift my perspective that easily, you know, all the talk of Manchurian candidates and mind control and all that sort of stuff, they don't really need to do it through trauma-based mind control. They don't need to do it through any of the stuff we think they do, folks. All they got to do is zap you. Sorry, folks. All they got to do is zap you with one of these lights. That's really all they've got to do. So, it was a pretty freaky experience, folks. And thank you to the people who stood by me through all this. And, you know, to the haters, well, haters are going to hate. I don't really care what you think. On the channel that I've had, the YouTube channel that I've had all these years, folks, I mean, I'm not your reporter. I'm not a guru. I'm not a leader. I'm not anything. I'm simply Max. And I'm simply giving you my perspective and sharing my perspective and my opinion about things through life. I've never monetized my account. I don't do things for clickbait. I don't do things because I want views or want subscribers. I just do them and say them because I think they need to be done and I think they need to be said. So for those that have joined me on the ride and those that are continuing to join me on the ride, well, I welcome your company and I welcome your input and I welcome your perspective, and I hope you enjoy the ones that I share with you. But for the haters, hey, go find another channel. I'm not your leader. I'm not your guru. I'm not your reporter of all that is true. I'm just Max. So, you know, get over yourselves and go troll someone else. And to the people who are accusing me of plagiarism, I suggest you do a little bit of fact checking, folks, and look at the upload dates on those videos. I have no problem with Relevant Sage using my words. It would have been nice if he'd put a link below to let people know he'd used my words so people didn't accuse me of stealing my words from him. But either way, I don't care that he said them. I don't have any grudges towards anybody. But I think the people that have jumped on the bandwagon to accuse me of plagiarism without doing any fact-checking at all, I think you've kind of revealed yourselves as being part of the anti-truth movement. So, you know, time to get back on focus, folks. We've got a pretty dangerous situation here, and the government likes nothing better than to see us hacking each other down. You know, we've got a real situation, and if the so-called truth movement or independent media or alternate media or whatever you want to call it in Australia were to unite at this particular time, at this very crucial time, then we could actually make a difference. But, you know, people have got to get off their high horses and stop wanting to be right in everything they're doing and realise that we have a situation here, and the only way we're going to deal with this situation is through unity. So let's get our acts together, folks, and let's get a little bit of focus. Like I said, I've got a lot more information I need to bring you on the Australian fires. It's been pretty full on in the last week or two since I've been off air and offline. I'll get a report out to you hopefully later this week, and we'll push it from there and see how we can go from there and what we can do from there. But I'm back, folks. I'm over whatever this was that they did to me, and I think I'm back stronger than ever, and I think I've actually gained a few insights on how they play this game that they're playing. And the reason I call it a game is because that's the way they play it. It's certainly no game to us, but that is certainly the way they play it. So, yeah. Thanks for listening, folks. I'll be back to talk to you soon when I've got more information. Like I said, this is just to let everybody know that I'm okay. I'm all good. I haven't been arrested. These rumours that I was arrested, I don't know who starts all these rumours. Seems that you can't, take a couple of days offline these days without people starting all sorts of rumours that all this stuff's happened to you. So, crazy world we live on, folks. But I'll be back to talk to you soon. Thanks for listening. In Lakesh.
All right, so I'll probably play back the other videos from my live stream a little bit. What I noticed also is his left hand no longer had, or I don't know if it's if he's mirroring his camera, but anyways, his hand didn't have the swastika, the protective good part of the swastika, not the Nazi symbol. I have to. Doug said something good, and I'm pretty much in line. I mean, this Tiger Doug. I was thinking about it before I went online. I was thinking, well, doesn't really make the globe earthers very good in this light, because now we've got Max Igan doubling back on it, but and he blames the flat earth movement on being attacked by an electromagnetic beam to control his mind. So the government has been able to do that to all the flat earthers, and that's what Tiger Dog is saying. All the flat earthers were simply hit by a light energy weapon. That explains everything. Hit the snooze button for another 5 years. Good stuff. I mean, with the fallout that people saw with what's his name, the guy who was like claims he was an ex-Satanist, who's a truther and also an anarchist. Let me try to find out what his name was. I keep forgetting his name just because I don't pay attention anymore. Mark Passio. So Mark Passio, has this little ego trip that he's been having and stuff. Max Igan, another anarchist, and Mark Passio is totally against the globe Earth or flat Earth. He's totally for globe Earth, saying that the flat Earth is a psyop, Tavistock agenda, psyop type of thing. Max Igan, another anarchist, another truther, just like Mark Passio, definitely in for the globe Earth, not the flat Earth. Says it's rubbish now, and that it was gibberish, and it was because he was hit by a light energy, electromagnetic light energy beam that was targeted specifically for him. I don't think we're gonna know Max Igan's real name in his earlier video. The truth, whether you like it or not, he says he's gonna reveal his real name, and I'm not gonna play the whole video. I mean, if you want, it's there. That I played back the entire video that he has. But just so you know, here's what he said just 5 days ago. It wasn't 2 weeks or a couple weeks. It was less than a week. Like 16 hours ago, 19,000 views, 46,000 views, truthworthy and accurate or not. Career House Max Igan has 204,000 subscribers. He's kind of part of the anarchist group. I always find that funny. Anyways, this is the video that I was mentioning that I saw earlier this morning, and I was like, oh, good for him, and I just wanted to see more what he says. Some of it I don't really like or trust, but I think his heart is in the right place still, as far as I'm concerned. I don't have reason to doubt his views or whatnot. Anyways,
Folks, I hate to break it to you, but the earth is flat. More to follow.
So I'll play it back one more time. So it was really short.
Folks, I hate to break it to you, but the earth is flat. More to follow.
And I think all right, so that was the video that he removed, and he's doubling back on. And then there's I went over some comments. We're gonna skip it and then kind of play back his other video, which he also removed the truth, whether you like it or not. And I guess I'll play it back for a little while. Oh, hi Tiger Duck. Yeah, I was on the computer because I was I was going over the exegesis 2 stuff on Zerbipedia, and so I saw this and I was like, well, I guess that's gonna be my topic for tonight. So here we go. I'm gonna play back some of this. On that, whether I've looked into it or not, and what my final reasoning is, I'll probably go over it and say whether I agree or disagree. But anyways, here it is. I will shut up now.
Hello everyone. Firstly, I'd like to clear up the rumours that are going around that I've been arrested. I haven't been arrested, folks. I've just been going through a very, very intense few days. The last 6 days have been like nothing I've ever experienced. And I've got a very, very important message to share with you today. I think this is the most important video that I've ever done, to be quite honest. Many people are going to think I'm mad. Many people are going to think I'm crazy. They'll think I've lost the plot and whatever. But it is what it is, folks. The truth is what the truth is, and I'm here to tell you the truth. Right at the beginning here, I'd like to put out the most sincere, most heartfelt, the most humble apology to anybody I've ever said a wrong word to, anybody who I've ever mistreated, anybody who I've ever abused or had any tirades against.
Oh, and that was the other thing that I noticed. In this video, The Truth Whether You Like It or Not, where he's mind controlled by the electromagnetic light beam, he's pretty much apologizing to a lot of people, everybody he had beef with and whatnot. Now, switch back to regular Igan. He's on the attack. He's blaming others for just what he's doing and whatever. And it was like the total opposite. He went from love and apologies and, unity type of thing to kind of back to Max Igan, which is kind of sad, but let's continue on.
So anything like that online or in real life or anything, folks, I really am. I'm very, very sorry from the absolute bottommost depths of my soul. All I can do is apologise. It's up to you to, whether you want to accept that or not, but that's just the way it goes. You have my most humble apologies. The information that I tell you today is going to be very difficult for a lot of people to listen to. A lot of people aren't going to want to hear it. But all I can say is that you must listen to this information with your heart. It's the only way it will be truly heard. And I myself can confirm this information to be true because it's the only thing that explains every aspect of my life, and it does. The experience that I've had in the last couple of days, it explains everything that's happened to me in my whole life. It all makes sense now. And an important thing to remember as well is that through this, like I said, a lot of people are going to be repelled by what I have to say. As Bill Hicks once said, when you tell the truth, you piss everybody off. And I'm sure there's going to be a lot of pissed off people. But they've tricked us on so many levels. It's profound when you look at it. But I'm here to tell you how to get through the next level, and it is actually the next level. You're gonna, yeah. But here we go, folks. This is the reality. And also, like I said, there's so many synchronicities, so many things I've done in my life that I didn't know I was going to do. Even my name, Max Igan. Why I chose that name. I mean, it was because my uncle Max died over the channel. I thought that was a good thing to honour his name, because he was a young man, like 19 years old. If you look him up, if you look up Maxwell Cotton, you'll find that he was actually quite a famous flyer. Someone wrote a book about him once, which was amazing. That was my uncle, and that was my namesake. I named myself after my uncle Maxwell Cotton, a young man who died in the war, one of the wars that the parasites run in World War II, that particular one. And also Igan is my son's middle name. And everything I've done, I have done for my son. So that's why I came up with Max Igan, and there's a real significance in the fact that I chose that name, which I'll get to later. Just for the record, folks, I intend to tell you my real name very soon, but I'm not going to do it right now. And when I do tell you, you'll understand why I didn't tell you now. But that's coming. That'll be part 2, because I do have one more video definitely to come. But as I said, folks, I'm here to tell you the truth, the absolute truth, to the best of my knowledge. And as I said, it's going to be an unpleasant truth for a lot of people. But this is, after all, the truth movement, isn't it? So that's what I'm going to do. So here goes, folks. You're living in an enclosed reality. This earth is flat. All weather is controlled. There's a dome roof over the top. Everything the flat earthers is saying, well, not everything, but a lot of what the flat earthers are saying is absolutely true. This is an enclosed...
Okay, so I mean, you can watch the whole video. He can't take down my video. It would be pretty hard. He could take it down YouTube, but he wouldn't be able to take it down on LBRY, and it'd probably be hard to take it down on Twitch. And I could always just upload it again. But yeah, it's the entire 180 after 5 days, and I mean, how do we know Max Igan is telling the truth in the truth movement if he's gonna get zapped from time and time again from an electromagnetic light energy beam type of thing, right? So it's like, are we listening to Max Igan? The beamed Max Igan, or are we listening to the not beamed Max Igan? Like, how do we know? It's like I think Max Igan will say, well, probably have to say, look, this is the not electromagnetic energy beamed Max Igan talking, so this is the truth. And then, like, when he doesn't say that, then don't take it for as truth or something. So I just think it's kind of ridiculous now that he's kind of put himself into that position of this is the real Max Igan, which isn't my real name, but I'm not electromagnetically energy beamed to be MK Ultra and mind controlled. This is the I mean, that's pretty ridiculous. But anyways, maybe this is a sign to watch out for people with a lot of subscribers on YouTube in the truth movement, which that has been always kind of my thing, to look out for those types of people. And also probably look at the anarchists, because anarchists have always had a bad rap as far as that word goes. And now we're going to see more of that. We're going to see a lot more anarchists being crazy. Whether he was flat earther or not, I mean, he's pushing a lot of conspiracy theories out with a lot of evidence one way or another. I mean, I do a lot of the same thing, but I take it into account whether .gov, the government sites, are talking about or doing something related to it. Whether same thing with the military or the with the universities .edu, if they're talking about it, they're kind of admitting it and things like that, or maybe even mainstream media. And because a lot of people believe the government, believe the universities, believe mainstream media. Well, if it's a conspiracy theory and all of them are admitting it or talking about it? Well, what are your thoughts about that? So I take it from that perspective, and that's kind of always been good for me. Let's see, some comments. Tiger Doug, yep, he's done, but he'll keep rambling on and people will keep listening crazy. Havoc, it's a get out of jail card. He can spread his disinfo, then go back on it and say he was beamed again. Yeah, I mean, it's just back and forth. Kathy B, beamed or not beamed? That is the question. Hi, Kathy. Yeah. I mean, it's I don't like use the word insane, but it is kind of insane. Anyways, that was it. That's just the report. I don't want to make this video very long. It doesn't have to be. Kind of got out all the points that I wanted to. So, I mean, I don't know why he wouldn't reveal his name now. I mean, if they're able to target him specifically, without knowing his name in a shack in Australia, they know who he is and where he is, and it's just, I mean, they'll know his real name. So the only ones he's fooling are the people who are watching him that doesn't know his real name. I mean, if they got a beam that goes directly to him, they know his real name. I mean, they probably know his real name anyways from his YouTube video uploads and whatnot and all this other stuff. Just Maxwell Cotton enough. I mean, the government can look that up and they can figure it out. So by him not telling his real name, it's more of a disservice to everyone who listens to him, rather than, you know, that he's protecting himself from the government, who's able to beam him mind control energy. Not that this mind control stuff doesn't work, because if we're talking about the predators of the mind, you know, they don't need electromagnetic energy weapons. They can do it almost any time. So anyways, thank you for joining me, and you know, do your own research, and don't get beamed. All right, take it easy, everyone.